What's up, boys?
Dude, what's going on? How are you?
Man, I'm good. Life is good. How are y'all?
That's good. Glad to hear it. I'm doing well. Lucas?
Killing it.
We're we live together now, so
Let's go.
In person pod and I guess makeshift studio.
And we just upgraded to the full bed.
Let's go. Y'all got a really intimate content house. That's amazing.
Proud
of y'all. Exactly. That's amazing.
Thanks, man. But yeah, so thank you for doing this with us.
Yeah.
We're just like we're trying to do a because our 100th episode, I guess technically should have come out on Monday, but we're pushing it back so we can like have interviews with our old guests and kind of build up to the release of the episode. We have like a bunch of stuff planned for that. So thank you so much for doing this with us. I guess we'll just like jump right into stuff and like catch up and see, how much we can, get done in this short amount of time.
Yeah.
But so, because I remember last time we talked, there was a brief moment where you had taken a break, and I know you had taken another one, right, from social media. And like, so you're kind of back now and you're doing, baseball, you're doing video game stuff, you're just doing your own classic videos.
Yeah.
So what is your main focus right now with content creating and, making videos?
And that's such a good question because it feels like it's ever changing lately. It's just go, and really just whatever inspiration hits, just making something. It's really weird because I've been doing content now for almost 4 years, and being able to go from like I'm making dad jokes in my old studio apartment where it's just like, hey, you know what? Is the content kind of shitty? Yeah, but it's okay. We're having a good time. It's a vibe. And I realized at the time, being like 20 or 21 or however old I was, it was a really interesting time where it's like, man, no one gives you a crash course towards like, oh, you just moved out of your parents' place and now you have a following. It like became my, it was like, there's no college course. And so I realized pretty quickly, I was like, dang, like my identity's at like Willie Eilish. And it's not just like Will Reigns, the person. And so that's why I kind of took the first break and then kind of figured it out again, hit 1 million. I'm like, I don't really know what to do now. Then took another break. And I had this fantastic conversation with a mentor of mine who basically was like, hey, creativity's everywhere, man. And you don't have to put yourself in a box. And through more conversations, I had a great talk with my wonderful wife. And she was just like, you're trying to like put yourself in a picture frame or in another box of like, this is who you are. It's just like, just be you. Just be you. Don't be afraid of that. And so I've just been really embracing that. I've been, as you guys said, I posted a video about like a Mario Kart tournament I did at a bachelor party. I did a little bit of a blitzball like video, just stuff that if I find some creative inspiration behind something, I'm going to get in front of a camera and I'm going to try to make just a fun video, just whatever is inspiring.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah. Do you find yourself, because I'm having this problem in my own life with creating stuff, is the barrier, breaking down the barrier of figuring out how to do the actual video, or like figuring out how to say certain things or how to go about something in the funniest way possible. Do you find yourself just going right for it and just like whatever happens, or do you have a lot of those moments of pause before you actually create something?
That's such a good question because it used to be super spontaneous of just like, you know what? This is right off the dome. Let's do this thing. And it's 15 minutes, like cut, print, you're done. And, let the views come in, so to speak. Now it's so much more of like a systematic and methodical process where now I don't know if you guys have heard of Notion. I use it all of the time for just like managing just my life and just different ideas and projects and stuff. And I basically have this running note where there's like subfolders inside of it, but each subfolder is like a script or an idea that I just want to like hash out.
Okay.
So it's really just like one of the videos, which I may or may not try and do because we can talk about YouTube in a bit, but like it's this idea of like how the Stanley water bottle has just taken over like millennial and Gen Z women culture and just like figuring out why are people spending $80 on a water bottle and like going down that rabbit hole. And it's like, does it turn into something? Maybe. Does it turn to something great? I don't know. But just being able to go down that process, it's so much more systematic to where it's like, I'm planning the idea, I'm scripting it. And now most of my editing is just through Premiere. I rarely use just like, I'm on the phone, boom, filming, which according to all the platforms, it's like, we want you to use our own, editing software.
Good ball.
But
none of the
like,
videos you're seeing there are actually like done
no,
just
it's
on
like,
TikTok or
come
something.
on. I know.
Yeah, right.
And it's crazy. Like Meta will be like, you know what? I think we're gonna upgrade our editing software. And it's like, oh, cool, you can cut a video now. Awesome.
Yeah, right.
Thanks.
Yeah, great. Perfect.
This is the future.
You're giving us the bare minimum.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you for
This is
that.
the metaverse we all were hoping for, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yep.
my gosh. You mentioned the Mario Kart tournament. We want to be a part of the next one if you're doing one. Because if you're thinking virtual, oh my God, we would love to be a part of it.
That would be so much fun. I've had quite a few people be like, hey, like I want the rules more explained. And I'm thinking like, man, that would be a sweet video in and of itself to get like a bunch of just like creator homies and just like do it all virtual and just, that'd be awesome. That'd be a dream. I'm all for it.
Lucas is really good. I'm okay, but Lucas is very good. He's good at all the Nintendo games.
I love Nintendo.
I'm respectfully mid. I'm very respectfully mid.
You know what? You got to be able to, humble yourself. But I don't know.
That's when he says that. That means he knows how good is, and that means he's actually really good, and he's not going to say it.
I'll
speak for you, Willie. I'll speak for you. I don't mind.
One what I am really good at. I'm really good at Smash Bros. I am really good at Smash Bros. Yeah, yeah.
I'm accidentally good at it. Somehow I'll do well, I don't. I'm really just like, oh, maybe this button will do something good for me, whereas everyone else, which is a good tactic in terms of upsetting the other parties who clearly know how to play. But yeah, I know usually what you do. You stay in the
corner and you wait for them to beat each other up.
Yes, I do. No, I hide. My
Bro,
main
you just
thing
play
is
as Link
hide.
and you just shoot those arrows from the corner, man.
Yes,
just
exactly.
All day.
I'm jumping. I'm running. I'm jumping. My goal is run away, basically.
Yeah,
run away and hide. It translates both in video games and real life, so it's perfect. But yeah, Lucas is very good at it. We would love to be a part of the next one whenever you're doing it because it looked very fun.
It's gotten so much positive feedback. And it was really interesting. I posted the video and I'm like, man, this is like probably one of my best videos I've made. And it had like 8,000 views. And I'm like, you know what? I was happy with it. So the views don't even really necessarily mean as much as they did years back. It's just like, if I create it and I believe in it, like I'm just going to put it out there. But then all of a sudden the Instagram algorithm just took it. And so now it's sitting at over like 700,000 views. But like, it didn't hit until like a week after I posted it, which I guess is like a testament to like, don't delete content. Like just people will find it. If you make good stuff, people are going to find it,
Yeah, dude, we just had a situation where we had a live stream we did 2 months ago because we finally hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, and it took us so long, but we like worked our ass off to get there. And we said if we reached 100 subscribers, we would go live and we would shave our chests. Now, I have a horribly hairy chest. Lucas has nothing, basically just 3 hairs. So it was more of a punishment for me. Yes, exactly. But so we did that, and obviously we got like, I don't know, maybe like 30 views or something. And then all of a sudden this past weekend, it got 20,000 views.
No way.
And we gained like 100 subscribers just from the live video. We were like, what the hell happened? When did this happen?
It was the same thing. Like, we were like,
happy.
it's just like shitty content, like whatever. We left it up, and I don't know. I don't know what they liked about it.
I don't know what happened.
The
but
true
all of a
passion.
sudden it just
I don't know. I think
up.
there's something about like you can tell when somebody's, I don't know, like trying, but like also being themselves at the same time. You know? I think I think there's a lot to be said about what you're saying, Willie. Like taking stuff like honest and like earnestly, like people pick up on that. They just know. I think.
Yeah. People can smell the disingenuousness or just disingenuous. Yeah. The disingenuous nature of if someone's just kind of like forcing a video or like, hey, here's whatever. Where it's like, if you're just being vulnerable and you're telling a story in one way or another, whether it's, shaving your chest or, having play Mario Kart or Mr. Beast having an assassin trying to kill him, whatever. It's just like, whatever the story is, like if it's vulnerable, man, that people love that stuff right now. That's like, that is the key.
Right. I think that just in terms of videos, we kind of have realized it really is just putting out stuff where you're enjoying what you're doing. And also like, it's really, as long as the video shows you as like just being your normal self, then it's going to do well. And even if it doesn't reach a lot of people, the people it does reach are the people it's supposed to reach. So I think that's a good thing to, I don't know, keep in mind. But so you have the video games that you're doing your own videos, and then you're also doing baseball stuff. I do have to say, so after our interview that we had, Lucas watched it and he called me and he goes, Aaron, you sound like you know nothing about baseball. And it was very funny because I remember bringing up baseball and then thinking halfway through, because we started talking about it more in depth, and you just knew so much. And I was like, I'm at a loss here. I'm going to try to keep it going.
You were bringing up the minor league teams. I'm like, Aaron does know shit about the minor league teams.
It's very funny. Which actually, I know a little bit.
Okay.
I know a little bit. My cousin's husband plays for a minor league team. And a different cousin's husband is an umpire in the minor leagues. So I know a little bit.
Okay. What's your 3 favorite minor league team names? That's the real question. Three favorite minor league team names.
Rumble Ponies got to be up there for me.
Rumble Ponies. I'm just I miss when they were the Sky Chiefs, but the Syracuse Mets. I guess I have to go. I would like to say the Syracuse Sky Chiefs.
That's a name. He's asking. We're doing names.
Then
right?
The Somerset Patriots.
Okay. Yeah.
I like them. The Rail Riders. Is that Scranton?
I think yeah.
I just know the Yankee ones.
That's really kind of cool.
We're there.
Yeah.
We here in Texas, we got the Rough Riders. So I mean, it's great.
That's more fun.
It's great.
That sounds much more
fun. They
fun.
literally have Teddy Roosevelt that's the logo. It's Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh, wow. That's sick.
Like it's dope.
That's so
and
cool.
Carry a big stick. That's
real,
great.
Bro, and the bat's huge. It's amazing. No, I mean, Rough Riders just have to be up there by default. Big fan of the Florida Fire Frogs. Solid name.
Fire Frogs. I feel like names, there should be some name changes in all of professional sports, because there's some really cool names that could have been used.
Here's the fun thing about minor league baseball too, because 99.5% of the population doesn't care. Right. So they do change their names for like a week. And there is one team, I don't forget what their actual name is, but I think it's a single A or double A team in Missouri. And they're changing their team name to the Motorboaters. Are you kidding me? I am scouring the internet for a Motorboaters hat. I'm getting that thing.
Gotta get a hat.
I'm getting a patch on it. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah.
If you send us the link, please.
I will send the link to the
shirt. I want a shirt so bad. Please.
Yeah. Just get fully decked out and like, I'm a motorboater.
Yes,
straight up.
I'm a motorboater.
I want to get the logo on my arm. I want the full tattoo.
Yes,
that'd be crazy.
Incredible. Oh my God.
It's wonderful.
But how are things going with the baseball podcast?
You know, it's interesting. So right now things are kind of at a halt. It's one of those things where it's like, hey, we're chilling with it. We're great. And my buddy who I've been doing it with, he's been going through some stuff. So I'm just like, hey man, like it's all good. It's all chill. Right. And it's unfortunate-ish timing because the Rangers are doing great this year, which makes me very happy. Right. But you know what? At the end of the day, there's so much stuff that's happening in my life just in general to where having a lot of different content stuff. I even tried to dabble a little bit with like gaming content as well.
Okay. Right.
And so it's like, I don't necessarily have the time I want to spend on just those 2 channels alone. So if I can just focus on the main one, that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm sure at some point, like baseball is going to become an even bigger forefront of what I'm doing. Because the dream is to have 3-4 channels of just like different niches. As I've been posting, I just realized when you make an audience of whatever content you're talking about, what ends up happening is people get so accustomed to one way that as soon as you deviate from that, either the platform or the people are just gonna be like, we're not into it. And excuse me, that's what I've been noticing with my TikTok is because I haven't been posting dad jokes. I equate it to, hey, if you are following the NFL, you're trying to see Patrick Mahomes highlights, Stephon Diggs doing the gritty, like you're trying to see like the best NFL highlights.
Right.
If you all of a sudden start posting about lacrosse, and then you start posting about tennis, and then you start posting about My Little Pony, people are gonna be like, this isn't what I came here for.
Yeah. So, what happened? How did this?
And it's crazy too.
That's a great analogy. Yeah.
So much of the following that I built was 2019, 2020, and then a little bit in 2021. So now we're like midway through 2023, where it's like the amount of people that are like unfollowing versus people that are following. It's such a wide gap right now where it's just like, it's okay. Like they were used to seeing something else and now it's different. and it's fine. And the other thing that's super interesting is I think last time I checked the numbers on TikTok, only like 22% of the people that follow me still use TikTok, which is super interesting. It's like majority of accounts that like haven't been touched in 3 months. Just really interesting. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy that you can find that information out too. Like that's wild.
That is it's just a weird fact. Like I don't need like where are they going?
Why they stop using?
I think they got sucked into their phones or something.
For real. No, I mean, like, I think part of the reason is just because people, people make their Finstas, they make, TikToks to lurk. They're not creators like us. They're not trying to post and give stuff to people. It's they're only consuming. They don't have a profile picture. It just says user 1567481. And you're like, okay, hi, So I feel like just because that was especially in 2020 when the pandemic was, full force, everybody's like, I'm going to get my little Finsta or fake TikTok and just kind of scroll on the internet for 8 hours a day because that's all we could do.
Yeah. Wow.
Facts.
That's my theory. I feel like there's something behind it, but
yeah,
I like that.
I like that theory a lot. So I have a quick pitch, and then we have like one more question we can do before we kind of wrap up because we sadly have to keep it short, but we want to have you back on at some point to do a long episode.
Yeah.
I have a little pitch for you based on my, I guess, minimal knowledge of baseball. We could do a video with you where it's like a baseball for dummies kind of thing. And we could do you almost like a quiz, a questionnaire, a Jeopardy style thing where we just are trying to answer baseball questions, or we try to call a game or something without knowing anything.
Now we're talking because I had a similar idea. I'm going to get back to the pitch, but I'm going to tell a quick story real fast.
Perfect.
So my dad is very into UFC fighting, super into it, and will commonly buy the fights on pay-per-view. And my mom has no idea what's going on. Absolutely no clue. And so I was like, hey, Mom, you should call this fight. We're going to turn down Joe Rogan and you're going to tell me what's going on. And she's just like screaming, kick, head, punch, face, blood, so much blood. And I'm like, okay, this concept, this can go somewhere.
Yeah.
And so calling a baseball game or even just like random plays, like a condensed game where it's like all the action at once.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Or like the highlight reels. Aaron reviews the
highlight reels. That'd be awesome. I would love to do that.
I'd like to see you explain a balk. Do you know balks?
A balk?
Balk?
Is it? I think
balk,
I know.
Right?
It's something where the pitcher steps off the mound weird.
Yeah.
That's a good way. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I guess that's really
that's it.
And it's funny because my dad is a baseball coach, so I really should know all this stuff, but I stopped playing a long time ago.
That's
but
okay.
But yeah, so I think that'd be fun. We should do that. But again, so we have to wrap up sadly, but so we're doing this last little question at the end of every interview that we're doing. And so it's like keeping it 100 because we are doing our 100th episode. What is your favorite thing that is 100? So mine, for example, is a 100-degree chair. So a chair where it's not 90 degrees, it's slightly tilted back.
Ooh.
And so it's a little bit of comfort, a little bit of relaxation, but it's not too much. I can still get things done. I can still focus. I could still type on my laptop if I needed to, but I'm relaxed.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing that has 100 in it, is 100,
oh, man.
anything like that?
That's a tough question. Because I thought you were going to be like, man, like what's the thing that's 100? Like what's your vulnerable piece of advice of like whatever? I'm like, that would still take me a second. No, I might need a second to think about this because I don't want to give just a crappy run of the mill answer. I want to give something good.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, like the, stroking y'all's ego type thing is like the 100 followers that y'all got from this video. Clip that, put that on Insta. Done.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think I'm going to say, okay, this is actually a thing. I'm going to say it's the 100 Pokemon cards that I have in a binder that I've had since I've been like 7, but it's all like original. Wow. Some of them are German. Some of them are Japanese. Like we're talking like 1996, 1995 fossil edition, like legit cards. And I have about 100 of them that are pretty old. Actually, hold up. This isn't even planned. This is like,
pull them out.
Wow.
This ain't even planned. We got like the Pikachu tail binder and
Whoa!
everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got some real
I
stuff.
love that.
Let me just pull up. All right, yeah, we got
It's padded and everything.
So look at all these like
whoa.
OGs, baby.
Oh,
That's so cool.
Those things are Japanese. It's crazy.
That's good.
Got some more. Oh yeah. It's so nice.
Wow.
They're in like really good
pristine
condition too.
condition, yeah.
Are they?
Some of them are. They got some
worth some money. Nice.
Yeah.
I had a friend who met up with a guy and gave him like $10,000 for Pokemon cards.
Holy moly!
And then sold it for like 15. What he had bought.
Oh, brilliant! Honestly,
do you guys want to see a $10,000 Pokemon card straight up?
Yes, please.
Yeah. No,
yes.
I do.
Okay.
All right. This right here. I don't know how much y'all did Pokemon. This is a Umbreon. It's one of Eevee's evolutions. Okay.
Right.
But there's this little gold star up here, which means it's a shiny variant. Okay. So if you play the games like on DS, Game Boy, Switch, whatever.
Right.
If you're just like trying to catch a Pokemon, you can get a shiny version. It's just basically just like a different color version, but it's a 1 in like 8,000 chance. It's very rare to find one. And so there was a limited edition run in 2005 where the packs only had 2 cards in them, but that was the rarest one to find. And your boy pulled it when he was 7 years old.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And because there's a card shop that's near me, I was like, oh, hey, like, what are these worth? And this dude literally, like, his face went red and he's like, is that real? And I'm like, I think so. And he's like, you need to get that graded immediately. And I'm like, why? And he's like, you need to look up Gold Star Umbreon 2005. And I looked it up and I'm not kidding. Like, if it's a perfect condition, which I don't think it is, but a perfect condition, one of these goes for like $14,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Bro.
That's so cool. And you
Straight
just
up.
pulled it when you were 7?
I pulled it when I was 7.
Oh my God.
And it was because like in 2007, it's the like my mom, because I wasn't like the most rich kid ever. So it's like, there's only 2 cards. It's 99 cents. Okay, here you go. Hey mom, I want 5 of them. And every time we go to Target, it's just like, okay, here you go. I love you, son. Great.
Right. Yeah.
And so
That's
I have like a
wild.
ton of like duplicates of like a bunch of other ones, but this one right here, I'm proud of that.
Wow.
Proud of that.
That's
You
crazy.
should be. That's
You should be very
insane.
proud of that. And that's a perfect answer for our 100 question.
That's a great answer.
There you go.
That's
Yeah.
more than 100. That's the best you could
That's-
possibly
Yeah,
have.
it's
That's incredible.
10. It's 10, 100 times. What's 10,000?
You can't do math. Don't try to do math.
That's 100
Don't
100
try to
times,
do math.
right? Wait, that's 100 100 times, right? Am I wrong?
100 times. I think so. I think it's 100 times.
100 squared, baby.
I can't do math. We know.
How
I can't
much
do math.
more
I'm not
100
going to
can
check
you
you. I'm
beat?
going to agree. Yes, that's correct. I couldn't check you
Wow.
if I wanted.
I didn't go to college, so don't check the math. We're good. We're good.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Willie, for coming on. We really appreciate it. It was
thanks,
nice catching up with you. We will have you back on for a full length episode too sometime.
Yes, please.
But definitely, let's do some more videos together. Let's do some more content
Please.
together. I would love to.
Please.
And we will do some baseball stuff. We'll do some gaming stuff. We'll do whatever. We're really down for anything.
Yeah.
We do have to head out because we got to hit up another interview. But
No sweat.
thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon, man.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Y'all take care.
You too, man. See ya.
Bye.